Anyways, we're gonna do this Harry Potter two-player starter set card game CCG. I guess you got Hermione Granger and Draco Malfoy. So who do you want to be? Do you want to be Draco or Hermione?
Man, I'm House Slytherin, baby.
Okay.
Draco, baby.
Give you first choice, and you'll choose Draco then. So take your deck and shuffle it. Decide who goes first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll put my deck here, and then a discard pile here, and then we'll play here. This is just testing out the camera. So determine who goes first. I'll go first. Draw a card at the start of your turn. So I do that every turn, but it's my turn. Damage your opponent with creatures that are already on the table. Well, don't worry about this on your first turn. You won't have any creatures there yet.
I need to shuffle.
All right, you have two actions. You can use an action to play a lesson or play a creature. You'll need enough lesson cards on the table to play a creature. Or you play a spell card. You'll need enough lessons on the table. So it sounds like lessons are mana. Okay. You ever played Magic?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, so that's my turn. I played a Care of Magical Creatures, and I played Transfiguration.
You're allowed to drop two?
You're allowed to do. So at the beginning of your turn, draw a card. So you'll start with 8.
Okay.
And you're allowed 2 actions. Actions can include playing a creature, playing a lesson, playing a spell, or drawing an extra card is one of your actions.
How close should I get to you?
Yeah, like right there. Cool. Man, I'm obsessed with trying to have the best setup, for everything.
Yeah.
And it feels good when things are working. Guys, what do you think of the setup? I mean, this is working out pretty well.
Yeah.
Other than the play area being rather small, because if we were to play something big like BattleTech or something, where you have it would get crowded. I'm trying to think of ways. Now, I think a wide angle lens on this camera would work, but I don't think this camera has an attachment, so I would have to upgrade my camera to a different camera system. Then I draw a card, and so our point is to just not knock each other out. So now I can play a creature. I'm gonna play Curious Raven, and I only needed 2 of that. Now when I do that, does it tap?
And it only has to have one of the symbols.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy is the Surly Hound. Oh.
Yeah.
And he has one.
Look funny.
Yeah. Oh.
Now I'm using Hermione's special that says if I already have 2 lessons on the board and I wish to play another lesson, I can play 2 lesson cards instead of 1. One and this one to get up to 4. At the beginning of my turn, actually, my creatures do damage to you. So I draw a card, then damage your opponent with creatures that are already on the table. So damage every turn, 2. So you took 2 damage from the top and put it face up into your discard pile.
All right, and I'm going to use Malfoy's power, which is during your turn, you may use an action and discard a card from your hand to look at your opponent's hand. Then you choose one card in their hand for him or her to discard.
Oh, shit. Well, I've got these. It's just a Raven, a lesson, and then Hagrid, which allows me to bring a creature from my discard pile back into my hand as a spell. So that's probably the one that you'll discard.
So I'm discarding this, and then, discard Hagrid. And that was one of my actions.
Hagrid. Okay.
And I will use Magical Mishap, a charm, to do 3 damage to your opponent. But I don't play. Do I play it right now, or since that was?
This is a spell, right? 2, 3. Done.
And that's it for me.
Okay, draw a card. Ooh, a spell. My creatures do damage to you, so 1 damage, 1 damage. And then to play this card, discard one of your lessons from play. Oh, I have to discard a lesson. And then do 4 damage total.
4?
Yeah. So that was my creatures hitting you for 4. Now it's my action. And so as an action, I'll draw a card. Okay. And then I'll use Hermione's ability to play 2 of her shit instead of 1. So I've got 1 well, that's it, because I did the drawing of a card as an action and then Hermione's special ability. So that's it. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think this is where it comes into play.
Okay.
So this spell is Vermilius, and it's do 3 damage to an opponent, or to a creature of your choice.
Okay.
So
hit me for 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
It's back to you.
Just a bunch of resources. Draw a card. And I've got a bunch of spells. Let's see. So take 4 damage because of my creatures in play.
Oh, is it? So is this every turn?
Yeah. So what did that doghound do to me on your turn?
1.
1 damage to me.
Yeah. So it's 3.
And I think he's been in there for a while, so I'm gonna do another damage, right? Because he's only doing 1 damage a turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna play Take Root. So you can't see that. Take Root, and that's going to your opponent chooses 1 of his creatures in play and discards it. And that cost me 5, which is all 5 of mine.
So I have 1 creature, so it's this guy.
Yeah, it cost me 5 to discard 1 of your creature. Maybe I shouldn't have used that on that guy, but whatever. And then as my second action, I'll draw a card.
Okay. I'm gonna throw my Raven out there, so it'll do 1 damage to you, and for my second action, I'm gonna take a card.
No, your Raven doesn't do damage the turn it gets thrown out. Because the
after?
way the steps are is you draw a card, your creatures do damage that are already on the table, and then you play.
Okay. All right. Got you.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay. Draw a card. My creatures do 4 damage to you. And I'm going to put out 1 Raven as 1 action, and my second action I'll draw. Nope.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and use Malfoy's turn. I'm going to discard this card, and then
Look at my hand.
look at your hand.
Okay, so I've got a resource. I've got a Raven. This card allows me to discard 1 of your heart lessons. And this card is the badass card where I discard an entire creature.
Take root.
So you'll discard my Take Root?
Yeah.
Damn you, Malfoy. I was waiting for you to lay down 1 of your big creatures to get rid of that.
And then for my last charm.
Okay. And you did 1 damage to me, yes?
Yes.
So you gotta tell me you're doing the damage. When you're doing the damage,
1
I'll
damage.
draw. Holy crap, a vicious wolf. I'm doing 5 damage to you. Starting to really hurt you now. Did I kill you?
Not yet. You're like,
Well, I'm about to, because I'm going to play a vicious wolf for 6. Wait a minute, I don't have 6. So first I'll need to play this butterfly lesson. That'll give me 6 total cards. Then I'll play the wolf, and the wolf damage is at 3 every turn.
damn.
So now we're talking. I think you're gonna die on the next turn if you don't get rid of some of my creatures. But the thing is, the game doesn't really allow you to attack the creatures directly.
Yeah, it's like 2.
You have to have a bunch of spells, and yeah.
Okay. Well, here we go. I'm gonna play Stupefy.
Hey, Stupefy.
Whack.
These spells go into the discard pile when you're done with
Okay.
them.
I guess, yeah, you only use it once. So 5 damage to you.
Damn. Stupefy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you took a good card there and another good card there. 5.
And I played Boa Constrictor. And that's all I can do.
Show the Boa Constrictor to them.
Boa Constrictor. Oh, wow. It looks crazy.
It's 2 damage every turn?
Yeah. I guess that green just goes straight through it.
Cool. All right. Draw a card. And now I'm doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage to you. Does it kill you? Hey, it's over with.
Yeah.
So that is a game of Harry Potter. It's very simple. It's obviously for children. If you have kids, this your kids can get into this game pretty easy.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a less complex Magic by a factor of 4.
And they have it's quick too.
And it's super quick, so you can play these games and you can build your own decks. And I hear it's good, like when you start building your own decks for kids, obviously within its lane. So
still entertaining.
Still entertaining. Yeah, I mean we have a little bit of time. Let's just play one more quick one, and we'll see.
Cool.
See if best of 3, whether Hermione can best Malfoy.
Stupefy. 5 damage.
Holy shit.
Wait, no. Can I afford it?
I don't know. 6?
I can't afford it yet.
Can't afford it.
Damn.
Good, because you might have stupefied all my creatures all at once.
Well, then we'll do...
that would have been epic.
We'll just do Magical Mishap. That's 3 damage to your opponent.
1, there's a creature. 2, there's a lesson. And 3, there's the nice take root card. So that did good.
That's all right.
All right, draw a card. Take 1 damage.
Oh, yeah.
This is ridiculous. I'm going to draw fucking twice. The wolf got into my hand before you're able to stupefy, and then I got a spell. Your turn. Wolf incoming.
All right, so draw. And then I'm going to want to discard 1 card, use Draco's power, and discard the wolf.
I forgot about the Draco power, which at any time. Damn. So that means if you're Hermione. Oh, well, I told you what I drew.
I bet I would be able to see it anyways.
You wouldn't have. If I'd not said it out loud, then you would have had to have activated your power.
Yeah.
You were probably going to activate it anyway.
That's what I was saying. I was going to do it anyways.
All right.
All right. And then I'm going to play the Boa Constrictor.
Damn. All right. My turn. Draw a card. And I'm going to say, fuck your Boa Constrictor. Take root. Your opponent chooses one of his or her creatures and discards it. And you also take 1 damage for the Raven.
5, 6.
Oh, shit. This is close as fuck. If only there was something in my hand that I could do well. I've got another Incarcifores. So,
God.
And as my second action, I don't want to draw because I'm killing myself. So instead, I'll do 2 lessons with Hermione special.
I drew a lesson.
So you do 1 damage to me, right? Or 2? Or what does the dog do?
Just 1 damage.
Just 1.
Fuck, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you hard next turn for 5. So unless you kill me on this turn,
and I can't draw because it's my last card.
Hermione's got you.
I'll kill myself.
You can draw, right? I think it's you die when you go to draw and there's nothing to draw, or maybe you die when you draw the last card. I don't know. But since you lost anyway, let's see.
Yeah.
Will it help you?
No,
it's a lesson. Okay.
That's it.
So, Hermione hits you for 5. There's nothing there left, and it is over.
Wah.
Hermione kicks Draco's ass. So that is an example of our new CCG camera setup. Very tiny, so it can only handle very small, simple games like this, at least for right now. A wide-angle lens might be able to help, and other things might be able to help. I'm going to try those things in just 1 second. Let me get a ruling on exactly.
I thought I'd be better with Slytherin. Slytherin is was my house. Did you ever?
Slytherin was like strong-ass spells, while Hermione was creatures. And I think in this game, it's about getting creatures out there, because that's guaranteed damage every turn. And it doesn't seem like there's a lot of things that target creatures in the game. Now, when you start building your own spell book, which is your deck, you would want to incorporate cards that get rid of creatures and form your own strategy. So I think it's a pretty good game. It's you know, if you think about it for children and quick play. And all right, we're just testing out the camera. If I think of anything else, maybe I'll stream later on. But thank you, champ, for hanging out with us and helping us test out the stream. Yeah. We found 2 important things. One, I don't need to spend a bunch of money on an overhead cam because, Chad, I bought this huge table rig, right? The problem with the table rig, Chad, is that my table lip here is higher than 5 inches, and there's no clamp out there that, you know, has that 5-inch.
You'd have to get like a vice grip or something.
You'd have to get like a vice and then put it on the vice, which could work, you know, and then you put the camera overhead. So that works. So I bought that. That was $60, and I bought it from Amazon so I can return it. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I bought the little vlogger setup where they use their phone on Instagram, and it's basically
the light
a light thing where there's a base. You set the base on the table, and it has your cell phone. And so I had to buy this rig that plugs into my cell phone. This red cable powers like my cell phone. HDMI? This cable is an HDMI, so I plugged it into my cell phone. And then it even came with a ring light, like the makeup light. So I was like, this is going to work. The thing about that is it was top heavy even with my phone. So it was tipping over. And I was like, God, I'm going to have to put some weights there. So that was annoying. And then it would only output in portrait because it's screen sharing. And your camera app doesn't actually go into landscape. When you put it into landscape, it doesn't actually output into landscape. And so it was really bad. But I did some research. I found an app that allowed me to do clean HDMI output that would force it into landscape. So I fixed it. But then I was saying to myself, but then I have to have this huge rig in the middle of the fucking table.
And what about the quality? Was the quality still?
And the quality was all right. All right. But it's, you know, inconvenient because my cell phone and everything's leaning. And I looked at the camera and I said, wait a minute, there's got to be, maybe I can, you know, rig it up to where I can have an attachment piece on another attachment piece to give it a rotation if it needs one. But no, apparently it'll do it.
Straight down.
It's straight down. So like, you see here.
Yeah. Look at that.
It'll just go straight down. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, that's
so the other thing that I bought was like, I think it was 80. So now I've got 60 and 80, and luckily I can go to Kohl's because, you know, Amazon does returns at Kohl's.
Oh, yeah.
And
we do them at Whole Foods now.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
And, well, what Kohl's does that I don't think Whole Foods does, otherwise you're going to lose a ton of money, is Kohl's gives you $5 cash back, where you can buy something in the store for $5.
Yeah.
And one time, and this works always, one time, like, I returned something that was like a $7 thing.
Yeah.
And I got $5 cash back.
Butt.
So I went to Kohl's, and every time I exit, I go grab a candy and a soda, and it works out to less than $5.
So get change?
It's free.
Oh, you
don't give you change. It's free. So I was like, is this legit? Does this work? It was like, yeah, every time.
Yeah, at Whole Foods, you're lucky if a person's even at the kiosk. So.
Yeah. Oh, so there's a kiosk.
Yeah, there's a kiosk with a person, and they're always like.
But that makes sense because Whole Foods is now owned by Amazon. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably do something similar because people will be like, well, if I do it at Kohl's, I get $5.
Yeah.
get a printout, and you should find out for me, because then I'm going to go to Whole Foods and start buying little candies and shit.
Shit, it'll cost more than $5.
Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. At Whole Foods, it's one candy is $7.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
All right, y'all. See ya.